I love stuffed cabbage, but I hate rolling it. And I'll be honest with you, I have a hard time finding big enough heads of cabbage to make any really good rolls out of it. Seems like you get one or two leaves that'll make a good roll, and the rest you're putzing around with some small ones. So, again, Dad, you know, that boy eats plenty, but he knows the recipes. That's the thing. He knows the good stuff. So, anyways, he called me a few weeks back talking about these, what they're calling Cabbage Unrolls, and said it was an easy way to do stuffed cabbage, really not stuffing them, and it turned out it was really good. So, we're going to give that a try today. What you're going to need is you're going to need 2 pounds of ground meat. This says hamburger, but I'm using a pound of hamburger, and I'm using like 90-10 hamburger, low grease hamburger, because you don't drain it. And then a pound of sausage. That's just kind of how I make my cabbage roll. So you know, it's got a sausage beef mixture. So I'm gonna do that same thing. But you can use 2 pounds of ground whatever you want to use. A tablespoon of oil, 1 large onion, 1 clove of garlic. That's a bulb. We'll pull a clove out of there. I'll probably put a couple in there because I like a little garlic. And 1 small head of cabbage. It's about as small as I could find. 28 ounces of diced canned tomatoes. That's a little bit over. Those are 14.5 ounce cans. So we're going to have a little bit over on that. But 28 ounces of tomatoes. 8 ounces of tomato sauce. A half cup of water. Pepper to taste. And a small can of sauerkraut. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out by cooking the burger and the sausage, the onions, until it's done. Then we're going to add the garlic and cook it for 1 more minute. Then we're going to add the chopped cabbage, the tomatoes, the tomato sauce, the water and the pepper. Cover and cook until cabbage is tender. Add kraut and heat through. Okay, now these are the changes that I'm making that he made. Okay, we have rice when we make stuffed cabbage, so we're going to add rice to this. So instead of it being, what is that, a half a cup of water, we're going to want to use a full cup of water. And we're going to put about a half a cup of rice in it near the end. So that was the basic recipe. These are the changes I'm going to make. We're going to add some rice to it. Because we're adding rice to it, we don't want it to be pasty. So because we're adding rice to it, we have to increase the volume of liquid that's in there. So that's why we bumped that up to a cup of water. So real quick again, you got 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 tablespoon of oil, 1 large onion, 1 clove of garlic, 1 small head of cabbage, 28 ounces of diced canned tomatoes, 8 ounces of tomato sauce, a half cup of water, pepper to taste, and a small can of kraut. So let's get her started. I'm going to start getting some things chopped up and get this burger and sausage cooking. Now I would just normally give this a shot of oil, being at the tablespoon, but since we're making a Hollywood production here, we'll go with measuring it. But I got the burger and the sausage going. That is the oil. And then add the onions. And we're going to brown that. We're going to brown the onions, the oil, the sausage, fry it all up, and then when it gets done, then we'll add the garlic to it. While that hamburger and onions cooking, I figured I'd get the cabbage cut up. And what I did is I just cut the core out of it. Right, wrong, you know, like I tell people, I do things, I do them my way. Do them your way. And I'm just shaving it. Just want them, you know, like you would anything else. You want to get it cut up thin so it'll cook. But it's not too hard. What's hard is fitting me and this camera in the same thing. So, anyways, you see how it goes. That's coming along nicely. So now we'll add the garlic to it. and we'll cook it like this for an additional minute, and then we're going to come back and we're going to add everything else to it. We're going to add the water. I'm using 1 cup. The recipe without rice calls for a half a cup. We're going to add the tomatoes. They may have a little chili flavor to them. I think it said chili ready with onions. I didn't know it had chili. Looks like it might have had chili sauce in there too. But anyways, there's the tomato sauce. Let's give that a good stir. Now, I was concerned about draining the beef and all that kind of stuff, but when you think about it, when you make normal stuffed cabbage, you don't drain those. You roll those raw and then cook them. So I'm concerned about how I'm going to fit this cabbage in here. So, let me trust my notes here. What we've got there is we've got the beef and the sausage, the onions, the oil, the garlic, the tomatoes, the tomato sauce, the water, and the pepper. So, when I find my pepper, I'll give it a shake of pepper. But now you add that cabbage to it too. And there's got to be a can of sauerkraut that goes in here. Holy smokes, man. How's this all fit in a pan? He says he does it in a frying pan. Must be one heck of a frying pan. Well, this cabbage will cook down, I know. But man, I'm going to have a mess here. It doesn't have to be this way. Trust me, you're just cooking without trying to make a video. You can pay attention to what you're doing and you don't, you know. Anyways, there you go. Man alive. Nothing special here. Just try to stir this stuff in, mix it together. Anyways, I'm sorry guys, I'm going to have to move that camera to get in here and get this done. You see what we're doing here though. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to, like I said, this camera, cooking with a camera can get tricky at times. So anyways, once you do get it stirred in, and you can see that I've done a pretty good job of getting this stirred in, you will cover it and cook it till the cabbage is tender. Then we'll add the rice and we'll add the sauerkraut. So anyways, let's let that simmer for a little while. Alright. Now it's cooked down. Cabbage is tender. It's fitting in the pan a whole lot better. Still got to be careful we don't slop it out. But now, this is just the tricky part. This isn't in the recipe. This is just something Dad did. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a half a cup of rice to it. I'm going to stir that in. And then we're going to add the can of sauerkraut. Don't drain anything. I double, triple check on that. Don't drain anything. Everything goes in the pan. So as you can see, here's the only trick. Get a big pan. Use a big pan. Alright? This pan barely fit the finished product, and that's what kind of made it difficult. So, sorry for blaming you and all in the video, because, you know, I'm used to doing that. But, yeah, this guy, I don't have a lot of pans. I wish I did. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this simmer up. I don't think I'm going to let it cook for about, with the cover, with the lid on it, I'm going to let it cook for about another 5 minutes, get good and hot all the way through. And then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to empty out this pan, because how could you have stuffed cabbage or cabbage rolls without having mashed potatoes? I have to make some mashed potatoes. But in the end, we'll give it a test try and see, test taste and see how it turns out. So, stick around. There you go. You know, I got to thinking about it. This is like Mom chopped it up and brought you a plate, right? We just cut that step out. It looks just like it looks when you get ready to eat it. I don't know how you eat yours, but this is what I do with mine: is chop it all up, mix it together. Oh man, yeah, that's just like it. I mean, that's just like you spent all day wrapping and rolling and all that. And if you're not, oh man, that's good. That's real good. Yeah, give that a try. It's easy, and I put some up in the freezer. I hope it freezes well. Dad said he froze his and it worked out well. So anyhow, till next time I can come up with something I think you all will enjoy. Hope you all enjoyed this one. See you.